What's up, guys? Welcome back to Just JP. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to the final song on side A of Genesis Foxtrot. We're listening to the song Can, Utility, and the Coastliners. A lot of you guys seem to like this song, so I'm looking forward to it, as I'm looking forward to really everything that Genesis puts out. It is a Sunday night, and I'd never ever record on a Sunday night, but I'm doing this because I want to get ahead a little bit so that I have time to really dive into Supper's Ready. By the way, when I get to Supper's Ready, which is obviously going to be coming relatively soon, it's going to be a very long video. It's probably going to be at least 40 minutes long. I can't imagine it less than that. So prepare for a long video. I'm going to do an initial listen, like I do every day with a song. And then I'm going to give it another 2-week listen in which I'm going to give this song, I'm going to listen to it on my own time throughout 2 weeks. So that way I can understand it, digest it. I've mentioned this before in the past, but with a song that long, even though I'm used to songs that long, it takes a lot more time to really understand it, and know if I really did like it, what are my thoughts on it, my final thoughts. And you'll get that video as well on that song. When you get the Supper's Ready song on here, it will be the whole thing. My initial reaction, and then my 2-week follow-up into my final thoughts. And I'll probably do that in the same way that I did the Trick of the Tail Final Thoughts video, because this is more of an epic song. And then after that, I'll give you my Foxtrot whole album from Genesis Final Thoughts. But I want to space this out, and that video will probably come out a little bit later, because I need to give this time. I need to actually digest it. And this way you guys get a good video to watch, and I'm proud of what I did with the video. But I hope that you guys are looking forward to it. If you are, you can like and support the channel just by watching and commenting. Tell other people when that video comes out. Hopefully it's a decent one. Anyways, I hope that you guys are having a great night. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. And without further ado, this is Can, Utility, and the Coastliners.
The scattered pages of a book by the sea, held by the sand, washed by the waves. A shadow forms, cast by a cloud, skimming by, as eyes of the past. But the rising tide absorbs them, effortlessly claiming. They told of one who, tired of all, singing praise him, praise him. We heed not flatterers, he cried, by our command. Waters retreat, show my power, halt at my feet. But the cause was lost, now cold winds blow. Far from the north, overcast ranks advance, fear of the storm, accusing with rage and scorn. The waves surround the sinking throne, singing, crown him, crown him. Those who love our majesty show themselves, all bent their knee. but he forced a smile even though his hopes they dashed where offerings fell. Where they fell.
Between "Get 'Em Out" by Friday and this song, I almost said Horizons. That's don't go there yet. We're not there yet. Between these two songs, I'm really getting this sense that Genesis is one of the best progressive rock bands I've ever heard. Is that a big claim? Yeah, they're. I don't mean to say it over and over and over and every time I listen to Genesis, but they just all excel at their instruments so well. Like they all work so well together. This is a band of musicians who are at the top of their game in each of their respective instruments. When they come together to make a song, overall, for the most part, they come up with such good music. I just love how they come together as a band in their music. And when Gabriel comes in and sings on top of it, works just as like perfectly. Like they all just are perfectly matched. All right, now I'll talk about the song, but I'm just getting that feeling a lot now that I'm listening to more of them. I love Hackett's acoustic guitar in this and the way that the song builds up from that, because I've recently become more in tune and I like acoustic guitar a lot more. So to hear someone like Hackett playing, I really like the melody he comes up with when he plays. Now, it's always been very classical inspired, but it just sounds good, and especially with Gabriel singing on it too. Here's one thing that they do a lot of times, is that they'll open a song, especially lyrically, they'll start talking about some sort of story. But the way that it opens up is like a film. It opens up, it's setting the scene, it's telling you what's about to happen, maybe something that happened in the past, and how it relates to the current story. So like lyrically, the scattered pages of a book by the sea, held by the sand, washed by the waves. And then the story begins from there. But it's just the way that it sets it up, not only like with the lyrics and with that initial singing and everything, but it's also setting up the rest of the song musically, because it evolves and flows very well from section to section and into what it builds up next.
From the north, all the cost
Like, I really just like how they build up into it. They set a perfect scene. They give you a good story. They even give you a little dynamic in the story when Gabriel sings a little higher and a little more powerful. And then they bring it back down and get into the main groove of everything. But they do it so well. They start bringing in subtle sounds, especially Banks in the back. He starts bringing in the subtlety while Hackett leads with the guitar. And everything just perfectly like comes in. Like, come on. And then what Phil comes in and does. Mellotron. And I know you guys heard Mike. I know you guys heard Mike because I love what he did. Let me see if I can find it here. So he's actually playing like that heavier bass that I think he's played before. What was it called? The pedals. I can't remember what they were. They were the ones that you're using for the fifth. But it definitely sounds like he's using those very powerful bass pedals. But I just love the if I can find it, like little riff that he does, like little soloing kind of thing. Here, let me find it. Come on, I love that. How do you not like that? It felt like a solo because he took over that moment for just a few seconds. That was his song and he just wrote it. I love it. I love it. That was great. And then right after we get a nice solo from Hackett. Or no, not here. Not here. There's your solo from Hackett right there. What I like about their dynamics is that you got Phil on the drums and you got Mike on the bass, right? Drums and bass, they are the foundation of the music. Absolutely. But it's what Hackett and Banks do on top of it and around it. It's their interchange that like is so interesting. Their back and forth, the melodies that they play, the harmonies that they come in and out of. Like, that's what really like makes the song even better. Like, if this is just a good song to listen to. The song was written, it says mostly by Steve Hackett, and you can tell that by how the guitar leads in the song. And I like that because I know in previous songs I was complaining that I wanted Hackett to be like brought up a little bit more. Like, I want to hear him. And I got a song that I can really like hear his influence and a lot of his playing. It says that this song is based on the legend of King Canute, who supposedly ordered the seas to retreat to mock the sycophancy of his followers. I don't know much about that, to be honest. I like mythology and stuff. I just have never heard of him. I do like the lyric in the third verse that says, "Far from the north, overcast ranks advance. Fear of the storm accusing with rage and scorn. The waves surround the sinking throne, singing, crown him, crown him." Now, I don't know much about this guy, Canute the Great, or the King. But from what I can tell, like, he separated the waters or did something of that nature to prove something. But then I like how it says, like, the waves surround the sinking throne. Like, his throne is sinking, whether it's literal or not. And the waves are singing, crown him, like take over, like, you know, cover him, basically. So I like that little bit of imagery there and how the idea of the waves singing crown him. I just like the way that that's written. And he says, "But he forced a smile even though his hopes lay dashed where offerings fell, where they fell." So like he was trying to prove them wrong, I guess, by performing some sort of act like a miracle kind of thing. And I guess it didn't work out. Maybe it even backfired on him from what I can tell. And then it ends with, "See a little man with his face turning red. Though his story is often told, you can tell he's dead." It sounds like he lost that battle. This was a great song. So far, at this exact moment, I would put this on my second place ranking. I think this is second place as of now. It's Get 'Em Out by Friday, Coastliners, Watchers, Timetable. As of now. This is all of it is subject to change once I listen to the songs over and over and over. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you guys are enjoying the channel. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments below. But before anything else, I want to hear your thoughts on the song, of course. I hope that you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow on the next one. Whenever you guys come back, I'll be here. I'll see you later. Bye.